Hey, here's the problem. A lot of conservatives are having a fit over her interview, and here's what they're so mad about.
Indiana Fever star Caitlin Clark is making headlines once again, this time for her appearance on David Letterman's Netflix show, My Next Guest Needs No Introduction. The news sent a buzz through the WNBA world, and fans are eager to hear what she had to say. Clark has had a jam-packed offseason. She's been spotted at Kansas City Chiefs games, had her jersey retired at the University of Iowa, and sat down for several big-name interviews, including one with former NFL quarterback Eli Manning. Her latest appearance, though, might be the most talked about yet. Joining Letterman for a full episode, Clark opens up about her journey, her rising fame, and life in the spotlight. As always, Letterman brings his signature style, making this a must-watch for fans of both sports and great conversation.
Little arc. Oh! Oh my God!
During her conversation with David Letterman, which aired this week, Caitlin Clark covered a wide range of topics. But one comment really grabbed people's attention. She shared something about the WNBA that she genuinely dislikes. At one point, Letterman brought up her viral scrimmage against the University of Iowa's male practice squad, where she famously scored 22 points in just 2 minutes. That led to a deeper discussion, and Clark didn't hold back.
Do you think that there's any other players, specifically college players, who can replicate this kind of fandom in the way that we see for Caitlin Clark, Logan?
I honestly don't think so. And I've been thinking about this a ton recently, and it brought me back to a few years ago, or maybe it was last year before, I'm not too sure. I was in the back, like the depths of hell in Adelaide, Australia, doing some like wine tour I did not want to be on. And there were a group of guys, maybe in their 20s. They were talking about Caitlin Clark.
Caitlin Clark's college career may be behind her, but the stories from her time at Iowa are still going strong. During her 4 years with the Hawkeyes, she became a standout player and left a lasting mark on the program. One of her most talked about moments didn't even happen in a real game. In a scrimmage against Iowa's male practice squad, a group of students who volunteered to help the women's team train, Clark lit it up, scoring an incredible 22 points in just 2 minutes. It's one of the many moments that highlight just how special her time at Iowa was.
So I think I had 22 points in 2 minutes was the moral of the story.
I'm sorry. 22 points in 2 minutes.
It was funny because we had a high school girls basketball team there that day. So we had a little audience and we were up in our practice gym and they were like jumping out of their chairs going crazy. Usually I never react when something like I hit a big shot or like I do, but never in like a shocked way. After like my 5th 3 in a row.
College scrimmages usually stay behind closed doors, with fans rarely getting a glimpse. But Caitlin Clark's jaw-dropping performance was an exception. The footage of her scoring spree spread quickly and even reached a national audience. It became such a buzzworthy moment that Clark ended up talking about it during her Netflix interview with David Letterman.
There's one iconic scrimmage.
There is.
Yeah.
But nobody knows if it actually happened because
it
nobody
happened.
actually saw it.
No, you know what happened.
Yes. So we have a practice team that's just all guys. They have to be students at the university. I think we were down 15. So we like make a couple threes. We cut it to like 10, maybe. I don't even know.
Now, when you say we make a couple of threes, was it you or was everybody making threes?
It was me, but the points went to the Iowa Hawkeyes.
Although Caitlin Clark's legendary scrimmage against Iowa's male practice squad wasn't broadcast on TV, it was recorded, and the footage is something fans still talk about. After Clark first spoke about the moment in an interview with ESPN's Wright Thompson, former Iowa player development director Catherine Reynolds shared a clip on social media. It showed Clark draining deep three-pointers and leading a wild comeback. At the time, the video flew under the radar. But once her interview with David Letterman started making the rounds online, that old footage suddenly resurfaced, and this time, it exploded. One clip, where Clark nails 5 straight logo-range threes, some of them off balance, quickly went viral. Even Barstool Sports founder Dave Portnoy reposted it, calling Clark the one. In the interview, Clark was modest about the scrimmage, brushing off the fact that she basically was her team's entire offense. But Letterman pressed her on it, and eventually, she admitted as much. She also joked that she still keeps in touch with some of the guys from that practice squad, and never lets them forget they blew a 15-point lead to her. Of course, Clark's college legacy didn't end there. Before being taken as the number 1 overall pick in the 2024 WNBA draft by the Indiana Fever, she led the Iowa Hawkeyes to back-to-back national championship games and became the NCAA Division I all-time leading scorer with 3,951 points. She later capped off her rookie season by earning WNBA Rookie of the Year honors.
Caitlin Clark being embraced by Diana Taurasi after the Fever beat the Mercury in that game and they played each other was one of the coolest moments of the WNBA season.
Diana Taurasi is back in the spotlight after comments Caitlin Clark made in a recent Nike interview stirred up major buzz. Taurasi, who previously gave Clark a blunt reality check about how tough the jump to the WNBA would be, is now facing some backlash as things appear to have come full circle. Clark, who's already made waves in her rookie year with the Indiana Fever, has put up historic numbers, including the most points ever by a guard in league history, 76 in one game, and a record 19 assists in a single outing. As she looks ahead to her second season, the conversation around her continues to grow, not just on the court, but off it. 2.1 Recent discussion that's gaining attention involves a deeper cultural layer. Former NBA player Etan Thomas, a former teammate of Michael Jordan with the Wizards, weighed in on Instagram. He praised Clark's recent interview with David Letterman, saying it avoided playing into narratives that have previously used her image to stir up controversy, particularly around race. Thomas pointed out that some people have tried to use Clark as a symbol for their own agendas, especially around the topic of white privilege in sports. But, he added, this interview didn't give them that opportunity. They weren't real fans of the game, he said. They just wanted to use Caitlin Clark to fit their narrative, and she didn't let them.
66 of the possible 67 votes, as close to unanimous without being legally unanimous. Caitlin Clark is named the WNBA's Rookie of the Year, outside of bringing more attention to the league than it's ever seen before. Caitlin's first year in the W has been nothing short of remarkable. She was the first rookie in league history to record a triple-double. She did that twice after starting the season 1-8, helped lead the Fever to a playoff spot for the first time since 2016. After some speculated that she would only be a three-point shooter, she broke the league record for assists in a game and assists in a season. She did also break the rookie record for three-pointers in a season and finished with the second most threes in a season in league history, most points by a rookie in league history. It's been a season and a calendar year that Caitlin, her fans, the Fever, the Hawkeyes will never forget.
Caitlin Clark recently sparked conversation with comments she made in a Time magazine interview, where she openly acknowledged the privilege she's experienced as a white player in the WNBA. She emphasized how important it is to recognize and appreciate the black women who have built and sustained the league over the years. Clark also expressed her commitment to using her platform to help elevate their voices and contributions.
Why do you think people love Caitlin Clark, besides her skills?
She can shoot threes from logo.
We never seen that before. That's my point. Steph Curry, a little kid. Like Steph Curry, I love, you know why I love Steph Curry? Because I've never seen that before. I've never seen that before. I've seen it a little bit in Mahmoud Abdul-Roh, but I've never seen a guy consistently come down. And if you look at, like, if you saw Steph on the street, he ain't got the LeBron muscles. He's not 6'9", he's 6'10". He look like a perfect, normally office.
The conversation around Caitlin Clark and white privilege gained momentum following her record-breaking viewership during the 2024 NCAA championship game. As her popularity soared, comparisons were made to other standout players like Paige Bueckers. Some critics argued that Clark's visibility was boosted by her race, while others defended her rise, pointing to her undeniable talent, work ethic, and exciting style of play as the true reasons behind her success.
But as a white person, there is privilege. A lot of those players in the league that have been really good have been black players. This league has been built on them. The more we can appreciate that, highlight that, talk about that, I think it's very important. I have to continue to try to change that. The more we can elevate black women, that's going to be a beautiful thing, end quote. You see why I had no problem with her being Times Athlete of the Year? You see why I said that she should have been on Team USA? You see why I had to go off on the likes of Cheryl Swoops and others who were clearly distant and dismissive of her, no matter how much they try to deny it? There was resentment towards her, and here's why I said it was stupid.
Indiana Fever star Caitlin Clark has been open about the privilege she experiences as a white player in the WNBA. In a recent interview, she reiterated the importance of recognizing and honoring the black women who built the league and continue to shape it today. Clark also spoke about her strong bond with Fever teammate Aaliyah Boston, her standout court vision, and even touched on being compared to LeBron James. The comments originally came from her Time magazine interview in December, when she was named Athlete of the Year, and were echoed again in her newly released Netflix interview with David Letterman, which was filmed around the same time. Despite choosing not to participate in the new unrivaled league, Clark has stayed locked in. She's been training hard, staying sharp in the gym, even putting in work on her birthday. Last month, she returned to a hero's welcome at Carver Hawkeye Arena as Iowa retired her number 22 jersey, and with the 2025 WNBA season just around the corner, fans are more excited than ever. Clark and the Indiana Fever are scheduled for a record 41 nationally televised games out of 44, unmatched exposure in the league's history. Netflix also gave fans something extra to look forward to this week. In a preview of her conversation with Letterman, Clark opened up about her ultra-competitive nature. "Yeah, sometimes that's good," she said with a laugh. "Sometimes that's bad." She admitted she's always trying to win, no matter the situation, a drive that's helped make her one of the most talked about athletes in sports today.
There's one iconic scrimmage.
There is.
Yeah.
But nobody knows if it actually happened because
It
nobody
happened.
actually saw it.
No, you know what happened.
Yes. So we have a practice team that's just all guys. They have to be students at the university. I think we were down 15. So we make a couple threes. We cut it to 10, maybe. I don't even know.
Now, when you say we make a couple of threes, was it you or was everybody making threes?
It was me, but the points went to the Iowa Hawkeyes.
Even a simple board game during the holidays can get intense. By the end of the night, everyone's ready to be done with her. The anticipation for Caitlin Clark's second season with the Indiana Fever is just as high. With the start of the 2025 WNBA season only a month away, fans are eagerly waiting to see what she'll do next on the court.
I never react when something like I hit a big shot or I do, but never in a shocked way. After my fifth three in a row in a minute, I was like, oh my gosh, I couldn't believe it. I was running around and we ended up with.
Netflix teased a clip from Caitlin Clark's interview with David Letterman on Monday, where she opened up about her competitive nature and how it sometimes gets her, and her family, into trouble. In the clip, Clark shared how her drive to win has been part of her since childhood. She recalled learning to ride a bike at a young age, just so she could keep up with her older brother. She also told a funny story about how, on Halloween, she ran from house to house, determined to collect more candy than anyone else in the neighborhood, but her competitive streak didn't always sit well with her dad. Clark's dad was supposed to be keeping an eye on her that night, and when she disappeared, it caught the attention of her mom, who questioned how he lost track of their daughter on Halloween. When Letterman asked if she's still the same way, Clark deadpanned, "Well, I don't trick or treat anymore." Now, as she gears up for her second season, Clark is eager to build on her incredible rookie year, which saw the Indiana Fever reach the playoffs and her earning Rookie of the Year honors, along with a WNBA All-Star selection.
Oh, terrific off the bench, 13 points in the first round win. Clark, with a third different defender on her, knocks it down from 2.
Caitlin Clark has quickly emerged as one of the standout stars in the WNBA, with many already considering her one of the league's faces. Her impact on women's basketball has been significant, but she never forgets to recognize the pioneers who paved the way for players like her. As the new season approaches, all eyes will be on the Indiana Fever as they face off against Angel Reese and the Chicago Sky in their season opener on May 17th in Indiana.
Added a lot more experience. In the playoffs, we just didn't have that. We were a young group. Even Kels, obviously with being with the Fever during her entire career, she hasn't really had the opportunity to play in a ton of playoff games. So having that, whether it's Sydney Colson, whether it's DB, whether it's Natasha Howard, whoever it is, I think having that experience is going to be really good for us and that leadership in the locker room. So I'm excited. And obviously Steph is one of the smartest basketball minds I've ever been around. And, everybody knows that across the league. Everybody admires her and the way she coaches.
After stepping away from The Late Show on CBS, David Letterman began filming episodes of My Next Guest Needs No Introduction for Netflix in 2018. The show has featured a diverse range of guests, including former President Barack Obama, activist Malala Yousafzai, actor George Clooney, and many others. Letterman's interviews are known for their blend of serious topics and lighthearted moments. In 2024, the program won a Primetime Emmy Award for Letterman's conversation with comedian John Mulaney.
Of the folks, primarily the white folks, who basically disenfranchised y'all all of these years before she came along, who denied you the acclaim and the allure and the profits you richly deserved. But you don't take that out on Caitlin Clark. Not her. She's the one that assists you. When black folks was marching during the civil rights era and fighting every battle they possibly could, they weren't dismissive, nor did they insist in denigrating the white people who marched with them. They saved the venom for those who wouldn't. You don't run away from people who support you. You run to them. especially when they're in a better position than you to help you.
For sports fans, Caitlin Clark needs no introduction. She made an immediate impact with the Indiana Fever, averaging 19.2 points per game in her rookie season. Clark not only won Rookie of the Year but also earned an All-Star selection and a spot on the All-WNBA team.
You're getting some aerobic fitness in. Good. I need it. Thank you. We're finally teammates. Finally. I'm so happy. I know, me too. You okay? Just get the both of you. Coming to Chicago. Holla, Chi-Town. Hey.